YouTube, what is up? It is your boy Duke, back here from sportsgamers.com, and in today's video we're going to talk about how to pass the ball in Madden 24. Now we're going to go over the skill-based freeform passing. This is a huge skill gap in Madden. This is something you must know how to do. For those of you guys that don't know how to do it, we're going to break it down. We're also going to break down the best settings, and we need to get into our settings now so we can show what the best ones are to use this. And I promise you guys, this is different from last year. It was put in the game last year, but even if you used it last year in Madden 23, it's definitely different this year. So you need to first make sure you have your settings right so you're not going to mess up. Once I show you guys the best settings, then I'll kind of like show you guys how to actually do it, how to practice it, how to get better, and how it works, how the different things you can do with it. So first thing, passing type, right off the bat, you need to go ahead and put this on placement and accuracy. It's the best setting by far. It's going to give you more control over everything, not only like where you're putting the ball, but just to make sure you get accurate passes. You're going to see the feedback pop up when you use it to let you know how your pass is. Passing slowdown, definitely turn that off. It won't be online anyway, so just go ahead and turn that off right off bat. Now, with the freeform reticle, max distance and speed, I would say these are the two ones that kind of are debated a little bit more. The first two, like, you got to have placement and accuracy. You got to turn passing slowdown off. It's not a debate. But these two definitely can be debated. Starting with the freeform reticle max distance, this is basically the maximum distance that you can move the reticle outside of where the target area is, right, to lead the ball. So no max distance is actually wild. You can do some crazy passes with it, but the chances of messing up are definitely way higher if you have no max distance on. So I've tried it. I don't like it. I feel like I mess up way more with it on. Far is okay. Far I can get down with, but still, I personally think near is the best. I think near gives you enough, like you can do enough with it as far as your pass leads, and you're not going to mess up near as often as the other two. I definitely on no max distance was messing up too much. Far, I was doing pretty good, but near has been my best method by far of doing this. Now, reticle, freeform reticle speed, that's basically how fast the reticle is going to move while you're doing a pass, right? So the faster it goes, the more you can kind of move it and kind of lead the ball. You're going to have more you can do. But again, the higher it goes, the more fast twitch it's going to be and the more chances you can mess up if you're not used to it. Now, I've seen people have it really low on like 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, if you're kind of new to it, you could start off lower. Personally, I like 11. I think 11 is fast enough that I can do some stuff, but also it's not that fast, so you're not going to mess up. Now, like the better you get with it, you can move it up. Personally, I never think you should have it up at really high, like 20. I mean, the most I've ever really even tried was like 13, 14, 15, which wasn't too bad. But for me, like 11 is really a nice, kind of like a mid spot to where it's pretty fast to where you can do some stuff, but it's not crazy fast to where like you feel like, oh my gosh, you're playing like a Halo or something, you know what I mean? Like it still feels smooth and comfortable. So those are my settings. Now let's get into how to do this. Now the first thing you guys need to know is when you're trying to practice this, go into practice type, put it on offense only, because when you're first trying to get the hang of this, you don't want the defense on the field because it's just going to be too difficult, right? You want to take the defense off the field so you can kind of just get down your pass leads, and once you're comfortable with it, then you can put the defense back on. Now guys, if you're enjoying these videos, I'm going to do a lot of Madden 24 content from tips, gameplays, commentaries, scheme breakdowns. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. Drop me a like, comment on the video. I really do appreciate all the support y'all have given me. Even going back into the last summer when we grinded Madden like crazy. So, I appreciate the love. So, first of all, guys, just because you have freeform passing on doesn't mean you need to use it, right? You can still have it on and just use the simple lead passing. So, like, streaks are a really good example. That was just a simple lead pass. Now, when I passed the ball right there, you could see that you could see the little circle, right? Little circle with the gray area inside it. That's essentially what we're talking about. And when you're just doing a simple lead pass, you can't really move the the reticle too much, right? You can't really lead it that much. To be honest, you don't have much control. Now, you're going to see a huge difference with the freeform. To activate the freeform, you essentially need to hold down, depending upon what system you're on, either L2 or LT. And you can definitely do a lot with this on streaks. Like, streaks is one of my favorite routes to use it on. Kind of like routes that are like back shoulder fade type routes. You can do like comebacks. You can lead the crossers, the posts, the corners. I mean, there's a lot you can do. But so say here, you guys can see, I was just able to move it a little bit up and to the left. Do you want to become a better Madden player and win more games? If so, check out my premium Madden strategy website, sportsgamers.com. I've built sportsgamers.com to provide you with the best Madden tips, best Madden ebooks and schemes, all from the pros at the lowest price possible. I have helped thousands upon thousands of Madden players improve their games, and I can help you as well. Our VIP Madden membership is our best offer yet. This membership will include all of our Madden ebooks all year long and hundreds of weekly Madden Vault tip updates to keep you ahead of the game. Click the link in the description and use coupon code DUKE for 10% off your order. The reticle, I was able to move up and to the left when I threw the ball there. That allowed, say I was trying to do back shoulder. That is a perfect example of that. Now this time I'm going to lead it even more to the left, but not as far up. Again, allowing you to do some type of back shoulder throws, get it away from the defender. I feel like this is really effective when you're doing, like I said, a lot of like back shoulder fade type routes downfield, either comeback routes, post corners, because it really does allow you to get the ball away from, the defender. I also think this is really good on corner routes, so that's another route you might want to practice this on. It's find a play of a corner route, right? The corner route, you guys can see Boyd is running a corner route here. You can definitely lead it. Like this time I actually moved it down and to the side, down and to the right. Again, just away from that defender. So once you have this down, once you do it a few different times, again, you're just holding down the L2 and the LT, or the LT depending upon your system. And then once you hold down L2 or LT, you can lead it with the left analog stick, right? And that time you guys can see I even let it too far. That was a little bit better. Pretty much a good pass lead. The release of the quarterback you're using is definitely going to play a part into this. You're going to have to get comfortable with your release of your quarterback using freeform if you want to have maximum success. So corners are good. Streaks are good. Another route I like to use a lot is a post. So really just any routes that have a quick break to it. Again, you guys can see here I let it a little bit further to the side. Let that a little bit up and to the right. So again, that would be imitating leading away from the defender. Now, once you feel comfortable using the freeform passing, you actually want to turn the defense on to kind of get a little bit, more realistic looks at it. So we're going to go ahead, go to normal. That's going to, basically bring the defense back on the field. And now you can really, really get to work practicing some of these routes. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do, we're just going to try some corners and posts, right? I feel like corners, posts, and streaks, and, some comebacks are nice too, are really, really good to get this down. Now, a lot of people are still, beginning of this year, they're trying to play man coverage, right? So being able to do this effectively against man is going to be, is going to be a skill gap for sure, guys. So let's just go ahead, try to throw this corner to Chase against the man defense and see what we got. So again, I'm just trying to lead this really away from the defender. You guys can see here, was able to do that to get even more separation. So that time, what I ended up doing here is I saw that the defender, I'm going to show you guys the replay, show you guys what I did. The defender was trailing me, right? Now, because he was in a trail position, I wanted to lead this even more up and more towards the sideline because he was trailing me, so I wanted to lead it kind of up and to the left. I was able to do just that. Got a really nice rack animation. And honestly, I probably led that a bit too far because he had to jump. So if I would have led that a little bit better, I could have racked it for a touchdown. So again, this is just all the types of things you want to practice when doing it. So right there, that was a perfect example. You guys could see that coverage was very, very tight actually. He honestly, when I threw the ball, was in good position. It could have been picked. But because I had the freeform passing, I was actually able to lead that even more away from the defender, so more up, and this time I let it up as far as I could and a little bit to the inside because you guys can see when I throw the ball, I'm actually inside the defender. So I let that up and to the right. You guys can see because I let it so far up, it allowed Chase a chance to separate and, get the better position on the defender. All right, guys, now let me look at a little posts. Posts are definitely going to be very good routes to use this on too. The posts are something that you can lead pretty easily away from the defense, especially, if they got trail position or, inside outside position. You're definitely going to be able to lead these. So we got a nice post to Higgins here. Let's check it out how we would lead this route. So you guys can see here, he's actually on a matchup against a good corner. The corner had pretty good position, so I had to lead that more to the inside. So I led it more to the left right there. Just by leading it to the left, that allowed me to click on, get an inside position, and use your catches. You guys can see when I throw this, this is a very tight window. I actually led this left and a little bit down so I could kind of come back to the ball. You guys can see that created an extra yard of separation, allowed me to hold on to the pass. The freeform passing will definitely make a difference. It will allow you guys to throw in tighter windows, create more separation. You just need to get in practice mode, get comfortable with it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. These settings are very effective for me. Hope they're for you as well. Until next time, it's your boy Duke, and I'm out of here.